Hey, I'm Mike, and welcome to Retro Boost. Thank you so much for 1,500 subscribers. That is a huge deal. I've had a lot of fun making content for the channel. To have it grow to that point is pretty spectacular. Never really thought it would ever happen, really. I mean, every milestone has been one that surprised me, but this is a big one. One that I don't take for granted. Thank you so much for everyone who has watched over the years, subscribed, liked, commented, joined the Discord server, all that good stuff. You have my sincere gratitude and my thanks. To celebrate 1,500 subscribers, I wanted to look back at 5 years of Retro Boost. Channel's getting toward 5 years old, which is also just kind of crazy. Boy, does time fly. What I wanted to do is look at each year and give off some of my kind of favorite moments throughout the years. So highlight some videos I thought were particularly fun to make. Just kind of go over that and celebrate 5 years of Retro Boost. So let's get to the list. I'm going to talk about my favorite moment slash video of each year that I've been doing content creation. Starting in 2020, the first year of the channel, pretty much the main thing I was doing back then were like game review videos just made for fun. It was an activity to do during the COVID lockdown. I think my favorite moment from that 6-month span of the, well, not 6 months, actually be longer. So the channel was like created in April of 2020 and I began filming stuff, but it wouldn't go live until summer, like August 2020. The first 5 reviews I did all went up kind of simultaneously, and then I filmed 5 more before the end of the year. Out of all those, I think my favorite moment from all of that had to be the cookie meltdown that occurred in my Spider-Man N64 review. Roll it!
I can't do it. I can't do it. It was so much fun, and now it's just a wall that I cannot climb over. I'm out of holiday cheer.
Make the best of it. Whatever. Can't beat the N64 game. Might as well beat these cookies, am I right? Why are you throwing me in my moment of weakness?
Good stuff. A good example of like some legitimate frustration making its way on screen, because I had a hell of a time with that game, filming and doing content or capture for it. Struggled with it quite a lot. So that moment was kind of born out of like the very real vitriol that I had for that Venom boss fight before it just occurred to me that you could just spam like the web ball thing and then it makes the game like ridiculously easy. So good fun. I do love cookies. That comes up also in the Luigi's Mansion video, I think. I mentioned that I'm a cookie fiend. That's true. I am. It's a problem. So that's 2020. Spider-Man Cookie Meltdown. 2021, still doing the game reviews for the most part, although some of the game enhancement stuff is like starting to appear. Slowly at first, then more of it appears toward the end of the year. But my favorite moment from all of that still has to be from a game review video. It's the Jaws Unleashed review that I did. The horrifying SeaWorld fatality scenario that game throws at you. Roll it.
Either way, though, keep attacking the whale from behind, and eventually we get to this. Not a good day to be at the amusement park. They're probably never going to forget their experience in that splash zone. No.
Definitely don't want to be in the splash zone for that one. That kind of horrified me as I was playing it. Because, like, what was it? The third Jaws is just like unironically set like at SeaWorld and all that chaos happens. The game has a similar moment where you're kind of as the shark rampaging through the oceanic amusement park, totally not SeaWorld. But that little like finishing move that the shark does to that orca, I was just like kind of blown away. But then I was also like, man, you wouldn't want to be like in the front row when that happens, because the splash zone becomes a much more horrifying affair. Everyone goes home completely traumatized. Filming that was a lot of fun too, because that was like actual raw meat that I was getting pelted with. It was really hard to do outdoors, like, you know, wind's an issue. The shots also cropped kind of strange because I created like a backdrop on like a bed sheet that I painted, and like that wasn't wide enough to like be the whole shot, so like it had to be cropped all kind of weird, and then we did multiple takes. I want to say it was 3, maybe 2, but definitely at least 2, probably 3, of me getting like simultaneously splashed with like lukewarm water and then like the meat chunks flying on me, which was gross, and I hate being dirty, so that was like a big deal to film. Definitely my favorite of 2021 though was absolutely that moment. I also had to like completely refilm almost that entire video too, because I just didn't like how it all kind of came out, and then I got a haircut, so then there's like continuity issues with the parts that I did like and the bulk of it that I didn't. I just redo the whole thing. That video was like a whole time, but a good one. So 2022, pretty much at that point had stopped doing smart home videos as like the side thing, and like the retro gaming enhancement was taking over. I think at that point I had already done like I don't think I had the 5X Pro yet, but I definitely had the 2X Pro and the 2X Pro M / the CARBY, and had probably done a handful of videos on all of those. So that stuff was growing, and then I started to really go full steam with like Retro Boost Arcade. 2022 was a big year for that. So my favorite moment comes from that series, Retro Boost Arcade, if you don't know, being a series of videos that I do with friends, just playing games, chatting, making jokes. It's all good fun. It definitely makes for my favorite moments for a lot of these years, that content. As far as 2022 goes, it's gotta be the Aliens Colonial Marines gameplay. So Cameron and I were playing Aliens Colonial Marines, and a glitch occurred in regard to Cameron's character dying and the game not hitting like a respawn checkpoint, and then this happens. You should respawn by now. I don't know why you didn't. Oh, look, more firebombs. Yay.
Are you sure you should carry those? Maybe I should carry them.
It's probably fine.
See, normally I would be hitting that button.
Yeah, but you're dead.
Yeah.
Due to unforeseen firebombs.
For some reason, I still see you on my... Oh, look, I can see you go down.
Oh, you have like X-ray vision. Wait, you're... Oh.
Oh. Am I gonna spawn?
You're like the god of this world. You've transcended.
I can literally see you go through.
You what is this?
The question is am I going to be able to like spawn when you walk out that door or not? No.
Look, I'm playing a first-person shooter. You're playing an RTS right now.
I can literally see you going through the world right now. Look at this. I can literally... What am I controlling? A CCTV? What is happening?
Yeah, look, you're playing like Night Trap for Sega CD.
There we go. Ah, I kind of wanted to stay there. That was kind of fun.
Me too. That would have been like strategic. You could have been like calling out stuff.
Yeah.
You got enemy units heading your way. Let me spawn in some catapult. Really bummed that it didn't like stay like that for longer. That would have been pretty great if he could just like provide like tactical advice from a bird's eye view perspective as we continued to play the game. That wasn't the only time the game totally just freaked out though. Our playthrough basically stopped because it got stuck. I don't remember if we even got past this point. We probably did. I think there's one episode after that but one of the NPC characters got glitched on like an elevator pad and like wouldn't move anymore. So the game was just kind of over. It was like a soft lock, basically. That clip is also very funny, though. Roll that one. That's why it's not working. I'm hitting the lever, but it won't work because dumb shit right here. Can you...
Ow, that hit me.
Seriously?
This is...
Well, I guess that's the end of this part.
Well, hold on. I'm...
It won't work without him.
Bro.
Well, I suppose that's as good a time as any to call it then.
Yeah.
The only option here is to reload and try again. So I guess we'll,
Yeah, perfect. That is the perfect metaphor for aliens cloning Marines. Someone running on fire. Fire.
All right. Next time on Aliens Cloning Marines, we'll solve this puzzle.
My puzzle mean this glitch.
Step over here with me.
Please, sir, step behind the vehicle.
No, you.
Oh.
Step over here with me.
All right, come. Perfect. This is the way it's supposed to be.
It didn't kill you. 2023. Things are pretty well established as far as like the kind of content that I'm doing. Lots of different retro enhancement stuff happening, controller videos, cabling videos, updating my console collection, which I'm going to circle back to that. Retro Boost Arcade kind of going full swing with like different things that we're doing. And my favorite moment of that year definitely has to be the Kirby stuff that we did. So we played through, Tori and I played through all of Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe. We had like played it ourselves just off camera and like had an absolute ball with it, and then decided like we should just, if we're gonna continue this and play the whole game or whatever, we needed to do it on camera. So we did, and one of the dumbest things ever occurred, which is where it's like, going back to Kirby Superstar, they had that feed thing where like if one of the two players like consumes a health item and quick enough you make contact with your buddy, you feed them. And the joke that kind of transpired from that is that we kept using the phrase birding, which had us laughing like idiots. Super gross, very funny though, really enjoyed it, and all that kind of climaxed with the little skit that we filmed as like a cold opener. Oh yeah, because you actually, oh wait, jump toward an ally midair, that's the one that you screw your friend over with. Touch an ally after grabbing healing item, feed me. Oh, we're like birding. I said that with such confidence.
Sugar. Sure hope I don't get birded.
Oh, God.
I just had a terrible dream.
Whatever could it have been about?
I don't want to talk about it.
We're back with more Kirby!
We are.
And it's not having any adverse effects on anyone present.
No.
It's on...
Think of how horrifying a crown would look like if someone wore it and it was king birding. It would have like, it would be made of like shaped food. Oh.
Look at Dee face though. That's king birding right there.
That's terrifying.
Coming for you in the dark.
It's got that hole for express birding. You just put a straw, funk, and then you just bird away. There's nothing he can do about it. But accept his birding fate.
what a time. There's a lot of like little jokes that came of that are pretty great and definitely get a laugh out of me whenever I'm watching him or thinking about him, like king birding and an S-class birding. It's so bad. Really love that playthrough though. We had a great time with it. I think that one had multiple Rocky montages too. And the audio just like totally broke in the last episode. I had to just put music over it, which is really strange. It's never really happened before. Don't know what caused that, but it got all crazy distorted like in the recording of the game audio, I mean. So very weird ending to it, but we had a great time, and that was a absolutely hilarious moment. 2024, recent memory. Easily my favorite thing from 2024 has to be the Kinect games that we played as part of Retro Boost Arcade's 100th episode kind of celebration. We did a 3-parter all about Xbox 360 Kinect games. We did the Star Wars Kinect game, we did Harry Potter Kinect, and then the last thing we did was just Dragon Ball Z for Kinect, which is the one that I thought would be the worst, and like in some ways it is, but also like kind of in a boring way. Like it wasn't that entertaining to play. It was tiring to play. I'll do that much. It was a workout. But the Harry Potter one, oh my god, was pretty spectacular. And easily the best part of that is the Quidditch match portion, where you're playing as Harry trying to get the golden snitch, and as a game mechanic, you just assault the other players. Oh, punch him! Punch him! Oh, there's 2 of them! Take them all down! You're like the dirtiest Quidditch player in history.
Got him.
Not even Slytherin's like that bad.
No.
You're on a whole new level of scumbag.
That Harry guy, man, he is.
Someone's like throwing a flag out to like get him off the field. But he's ignoring it and the carnage continues.
And Harry just continues to beat up everybody that comes up to him.
Oh, and then Timothy Fowler flies down to the ground, blood out of his nose.
Got
He
it.
might have brain damage, folks. You gotta say spells though when you're doing it.
Yeah.
Gotta use magic. Use magic.
How do I use magic?
Just say the words.
Confrigo. Here we go.
You almost there. Is it almost over? Oh my god.
I don't know.
You've assaulted. How many people got left? Oh my god. Right in the side of it.
Dude, that timing, I'm getting down.
Oh. What an absolute psychopath. Like, Harry in that game is dirtier than Slytherin House could ever possibly hope to be. And it's thousands of years of history, or however old they are. Like, Harry's just out there cracking skulls to get that snitch. I mean, you take out, like, more Slytherin players than there would be on their team and hypothetically in reserve. It's very crazy. And I finally got to use the fatality joke thing. I've been sitting on that little clip to like throw into something for literally years. We have an unaired, like, kind of like small couple of episodes worth of playing Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door, which is where that little like comes from. Found a chance to use it in that Harry Potter video. So that's my favorite from 2024. Harry Potter, the Quidditch thing. Probably one of my favorite Retro Boost arcades overall, if I'm being honest. So that's some moments from each year. I also want to highlight some just kind of overall favorite videos of mine in general. On the retro tech side of things, I had a really great time like making and enjoying the release of the 5X Pro HDR video. That was pretty cool as someone that used to work like in the premium home theater space. To be like talking about high dynamic range again was a pretty interesting thing to go back into. The 5X Pro, through a firmware update, gained the ability to send an HDR flag into your screen. So if you have like a 4K TV that has HDR, you can trick the TV into going into its HDR picture mode. When televisions do that, their overall like range of contrast increases, their brightness increases, which for the 5X Pro means a better experience simulating a CRT effect. I originally didn't really know how to approach making a video about that, and I didn't for the longest time. And then I saw someone on like a Reddit post just talking about how they like to just turn on the feature without scan lines. And then I was like, oh, okay. I never really thought about using it without scan lines, and that led to me doing like a whole comparison thing of like with and without, like with it on, with it off, with it with scan lines, such and such. It was like really cool, and I really enjoyed talking about that kind of subject again, because it was sort of like familiar territory for me as someone that used to like sell, you know, premium TVs back when HDR was like kind of a new thing on the market. It was pretty cool. Also have enjoyed doing the console setup videos. There's like 4 kind of, because there's like Extron videos that sort of chronicle the stages that my game console collection has gone through, and then I have 2 videos dedicated to the actual console setup. So I think it's like 3 or 4. That's been a cool thing, because like that's like it's like a visual evolution of the channel's growth are in those videos. Because you see like how my stuff started and like what I had, and then you see like where it is now, and it's like, wow, that's pretty cool. It's all everything that I've learned through playing with these various like game products and learning about the different things you can do with them, whether it be like, you know, oh, did you know that these cables are an option, or did you know that you can do that with the settings, like whatever, like all of that has kind of like in a way played into what that console collection looks like now, and how it's all set up, and how I've learned to like balance efficiency in regard to doing capture work with like convenience for cabling and so on. It's really cool, and I had a lot of fun making those videos, especially because with the console collection most recent ones, I was able to kind of chronicle the setup of it in the Discord server and kind of share my progress as I was putting things together, and was able to use some of those photos in the video as like a supplement to, you know, not, you know, filming the entire process. So it's very cool, and that knowledge has like helped a lot of people here and there with like what they want to do with their setups, and also offer like some alternative really cool ideas, like in the Discord server being told about like what you can do with Crestron systems as an example, or me just doing a really ridiculous experiment on a live stream trying to see if you can make Logitech Harmony control like a lot of this stuff, like the 5X Pro and other devices, and launch profiles and different things. Very cool. That live stream was also like a really good time, because that was one of my longer live streams, A, and B, it was just fun to kind of experiment with that stuff for the first time in a while, because when the channel started, I had multiple videos dedicated to Harmony. I have a whole video, I have probably 2 or 3 videos that go over kind of the history of the channel, so I'm not going to go into that. You can check out those. Some of them are like previous celebrations. The long story super short is that the channel was originally fun little game review videos I was just doing for fun, and then smart home content that was kind of the main thing. But then the smart home content started to become overshadowed by the gaming enhancement stuff like RetroTINK and so on. Started to find a more interest in that, and that's what the channel diverted to being mainly about. So that was cool. Now, my favorite moment overall. Going back 5 years-ish, 4 years and some change, 4.7 years. What's my favorite moment overall? Well, it has to be the jump scares in Luigi's Mansion. So Tori and I played Luigi's Mansion all the way through. That was one of our, I think that was probably the first, that one in Kirby 64 were like 2 of the first games we played together all the way through. Luigi's Mansion being the longer of the 2, being like 5 hours and some change, almost 6. Kirby's like 3. So it was kind of a big deal for us to have like completed a whole game together, and we haven't really completed that many when you look back. We've completed some, but you know, we do a lot of like little one-off stuff and some versus mode things. So us going through an entire game, definitely not as many compared to the versus and multiplayer fun things. So it was definitely a big deal to have completed that. But the best thing that came of it was the little jump scare competition that we had, which started with me just taking advantage of a silent moment. Roll it. Oh, almost.
Dang it. Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Bro! Holy! You scared the f out of me.
And then, like, after we were done filming that, we had a conversation about, like, you should do that again, which I then proceeded to do multiple times. And he got me once or twice as well. So it became like kind of like a war across the whole thing. There were definitely failed attempts and successful attempts. What I'll do is, at the end of the last episode, I kind of compiled them all into a little montage, so I'll play that now.
Oh my god! Oh my god, bro! Holy! You scared the
We shall continue.
We shall.
So we'll see y'all next time!
Oh my god, dude.
High five.
High five.
Feel time moving. Is it down your spine?
Yeah.
Down your spine. Ooh. You gotta read more! Yeah,
Oh god.
Yeah. The second rule is I got my rules. The third rule is you know, when I was a kid, yeah, that's fine. You're learning.
Yeah.
You're learning. And you got your treasure chest.
Nice. Alright.
What's inside the chest?
God.
Hello?
Oh my god, bro.
Area 3 has got a lot of variety to it.
Cool.
You beat me by like 2 seconds. And that was a great time. We had a love doing that. My brother and I used to do that to each other a lot when we were younger. We would like hide in places, and you'd wait for like 10 minutes or more just to get the perfect jump scare on the other person. It was great. So there we have it. Just reflecting on some of my favorite moments and favorite videos that I've made over the years. A recent honorable mention obviously would be the Bigfoot video, which is like a really fun thing to film. Very silly. Dedicated pretty much all of December to making that for as short and simple as it really is, but it was a good time. Those are all kind of my favorite moments and videos looking back over 5 years. Thanks again everyone who subscribed. 1,500 is a huge deal. Here's hoping to 5 more years, and we'll see where the channel goes. If you haven't already, feel free to subscribe to continue help growing the channel. Join the Retro Boost Discord server. Stuff goes up there early. We also just talk about all kinds of random things. Got some other plans for it as well. But I will see you on the next video, and thanks again.